Testing, testing. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? 1, 2, test. 1, 2, test. Testing, testing. Good. All right, guys can hear me? Perfect. I want to welcome you all to tonight's special live stream. Decided to change it up a little bit because I feel like I've been uploading a little too much on this system. And so we are going to take ourselves for a ride in the CJ-130 Hercules Aircraft, a Hurricane Hunter aircraft that Noah actually uses to fly into these hurricanes. Yeah, we're going to take an adventure into Hurricane Erin that has 100 miles an hour. It is rapidly intensifying and will be a major hurricane by late tonight into the day, early tomorrow morning, and it's still expected to become a very intense Category 4 hurricane. So we're going to hop into this aircraft, get the engine started, and we are going to take a trip to Hurricane Erin. And of course, to make things realistic, we are taking off out of Barbados. That's where the Hurricane Hunter aircraft are stationed. So we are making things quite realistic here in today's stream. Of course, I'm doing this from home. Otherwise, I'd probably be a lot more scared than I am now. So let's get into the aircraft and start up those 4 engines so we can get in the air. All right, so yeah, and if you want to do some talking along the way, easy, you are more than happy to. So we're gonna hop in. By the way, this is me. How do you guys like my avatar? Pretty cool, huh? So let's get in. We'll just say goodbye to this lady over here. Hey, girl. Hey there. Pretty realistic, if you ask me. So we're gonna hop in and get things going. All right, engines check. We are gonna get these started right now. I don't know how to exactly start these, so I'm hoping we can get them going. So Control E. There we go. I heard a click. Just waiting for all 4 engines to fire up. Once we are ready, we're gonna report out the ATIS, or Automated Weather Observation System. So you'll hear some commands. That's normal. All right, Bravo. Wind direction speed is 236 at about 10. Air temperature 28. Sea level pressure is 29.91. Visibility is 6. Sky conditions, we have clouds at 210 flight level. And ISA deviation is 13. All right, so we're gonna contact the tower for departure. Make sure readback is correct. Make sure our flaps are down. We're gonna set our flaps.
Adams Airport Information Yankee, 0300 Zulu. Wind 236 at 8. Visibility 6. Sky condition 2000.
All right, we're good. So we're gonna depart out towards the west.
Adams ground. Air Force Uniform Foxtrot India, Niner 214 with Yankee. Request taxi to the active, departure to the west. Air Force Uniform Foxtrot India, Niner 214. Taxi to and hold short of runway 09er via taxiway, Lima Cross runway 27 Echo Delta Alpha Charlie. Contact tower on 118.7 when ready.
Flight check complete. Rudders are working, ailerons working. Check. Doors closed and locked. Wheel shocks put away. Pilot window closed and locked. Radars activated. All right, clear.
Air Force Uniform Foxtrot India, Niner 214. Acknowledge last transmission. Taxi to and hold short runway 09er using taxiway Lima Cross runway 27 Echo Delta Alpha Charlie. Air Force Uniform Foxtrot India, Niner 214.
Here we go, folks. Are you all ready? We are going to be taxiing out for departure. We are going to be flying into Erin. It's going to be about an hour before we get there because, of course, we're taking off out of Barbados. So on your bottom right screen, you all, that is the current observations, the current air pressure. Once we hit some rainfall, you will see that pop up on the screen, so you all know what the wind is actually like. Wants to flip over, literally wants to tip over. Come on, Hercules, you got this. All right, gotta announce clearance, delivery.
Adams Tower, Air Force Uniform Foxtrot India, Niner 214. Ready for departure to the west at runway 09er. Air Force Uniform Foxtrot India, Niner 214. QNH 101 tree traffic is generic on final. West departure approved. Cleared for takeoff, runway 09er.
All right, here we go, folks.
Air Force Uniform Foxtrot India 90214. Did you hear my last transmission? Clear for takeoff runway 09er. Air Force Uniform Foxtrot India 90214.
Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Roger will be climbing and maintaining flight level 280. Roger. V1. V2. Rotate. Positive rate of climb. Gears up.
Adams Tower, generic November Oscar Alpha, Alpha, 4 tree, 400 feet to land. Air Force Uniform Foxtrot India 9er 214. Continue for west departure.
They wanted us to take off out of the east, apparently.
Generic November Oscar Alpha,
a-
Alpha, 4 tree, Adams Tower. QNH 101 tree. Enter left traffic runway 09er. Air Force Uniform Foxtrot India 9er 214. Leaving my airspace, frequency change approved.
Okay, so I need to set the heading. We're gonna select our heading to where we're headed right now.
Air Force Uniform Foxtrot India 9er 214. Acknowledge last transmission.
Okay.
Adams Tower, Air Force Uniform Foxtrot India 9er 214. Frequency change.
Alright, so we are headed in the right direction. Want to make sure everything is set. Is our plane gonna actually listen to us? Come on. I think we're headed. Okay, we are. We're headed at 90 degrees. That's what
Generic Alpha 4 tree. Did you copy?
So it's going to be a little bit before we get over there. So if we actually look over where our
Generic Alpha 4 tree. Did you copy?
So again, on the bottom right side, you got your barometric pressure right now, 299.1. The wind is at 15 at where my plane is. So you'll see those winds go up. The temperatures will cool down. That's normal because we're going higher up. We're aiming for flight level 280.
Generic Alpha 4 tree. Acknowledge last transmission.
That is not me. That is not me at all. So, yeah, it's gonna get exciting. Our heading knob is 90. We're headed about 90 degrees right now. So we're doing really, really good. Our flaps are in all the way.
Generic Alpha 4 tree. ATC services terminated. Good day.
Okay, we're gonna head now. Pretty cool, isn't it, you all? Pretty realistic, I'll tell ya. Pretty realistic. Except the daytime, or the sunlight. I didn't want it to be pitch dark for you all, so we made it daylight so you guys could actually see this. Hey, easy. Turn this down a little bit so you guys could, probably hard of hearing me, I didn't even realize that. This is Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. I mean, very, very realistic. I mean, it is by far the most realistic game you could actually get. So we need to see where the center is located. To be exact, 19.5 north. 19.5 north. And 19.5 north, so we need to put that into our GPS. So 19.5 north by, let's see what we need. 59.5. 59.5. Oh, wow. It's directly over here. NHC Center. And it's gonna be a location. So that's where we need to aim for that dot. We guys can't see it, but it's where we are going to aim for. I love this. I really love the sound effects in this. It just has that Hurricane Hunter aircraft sound. It really is actually beautiful. And I feel like I am part of the Hurricane Hunter team, including my co-pilot over here, which is Nate. Nate is my co-pilot over here. What's up, Nate? Passing 14,000 feet. Taxi lights off, strobe lights off, navigation lights on, landing lights off. So you can see our temperature right now, 34 degrees. This is realistic temperature. This is not like from a day ago. This is realistic. You guys got to keep me entertained over here, because it's going to be a while. It's going to be probably another hour or two before we get there. That's why we're ascending to 28,000. 280. Don't hit any other planes. Don't worry. I got my radar enabled. We're good. Unfortunately, though, even so, this is a Hurricane Hunter aircraft. There is actually no radar built into the plane. I don't know why they did not decide to do that. Probably because of privacy reasons and things. So we're going to have to use the wind direction to give us an estimation where that center is. But I do know, based on the latest NHC fix advisory, that's where the center will actually be. Okay, I need to lower my trim a little bit so I don't stall. So we're gonna come down to 6 degrees so we don't lose any airspeed. So keep an eye on that air pressure, folks. That's going to drop really quickly. No smoking weed until we land. Oh my gosh, you guys. You're funny. You're funny. Over there, Shawnee. So yeah, supposedly this is a 100-mile-an-hour storm with a pressure down at 979 millibars. We will see how accurate the weather really is. Yeah. Boy, it's 20 degrees outside. Temperature fallen. Temperature's fallen. Now the total air temperature, do not pay attention to that. That is on the aircraft, because as you're flying through the dense air, there's frictional heating. So the total air temperature is how warm the airframe actually is because of frictional heating. Static air temperature is what you're looking for. And unfortunately, there's no humidity. Microsoft was not that smart at putting that, or no, wait, Little Nav Map was not smart enough to put that in. So as we do take a quick look here at our and then we will be looking at realistic aircraft recon data, which let me pop that up really quickly because pressures have been dropping. Oh yeah, they're gonna make another run for it into the middle. Actually, let's look at that really quickly. Flying into it. It's a video game, but I'll tell ya, this is, in my opinion, this is not a video game. This is like realistic. Very realistic. Passing 22,000 feet. Barometer check. Standard 2.9er, decimal 9 or 2. Check. You could already see the barometer's already fallen. We're not even in the middle yet. We should see that really fall quickly. I am very curious to see how accurate this actually is, the weather. I know it's very accurate, but just how accurate. Supposedly, it uses both Hurricane model data and Icon German model data to feed into the weather parameters. So in theory, it should be very accurate. It should. If it's not, then it will be off maybe by 1 or 2 millibars, because again, the thing is rapidly intensifying. So the pressure is dropping like 2 to 4 millibars per hour, which is really, really fast. Almost 2 to 4 millibars an hour. This thing is deepening very fast, very fast. All right, we're gonna turn to the right and head out towards the northeast so we can kind of get prepared soon. Gonna turn this and aim it to about 50 degrees. Don't worry, we are gonna be investigating, but I wanna get further out enough so we get into position. Actually, let me see if I could bring up my... Okay, yeah, that's gonna block. But yeah, that's my airspeed right now. Well, there's our visibility. That was hiding from us for a while. There we go. Now, I do have a little blank spot on the bottom here, and that's because if it does rain, it will tell us if it's raining or hailing, or if there's lightning of some sort.
Hey, David, I'm on the stream. Just let me know if you need any help.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we're up in the air right now at flight level 250. Barometer is looking good. Temperature -3. All right, we'll settle it here. Probably at 25,000 feet. I am losing some airspeed right now. We do not want to lose any airspeed, so I am going to level off. Let's see. There we go. Boom. Level climb, or level, yeah, leveling it off. I think 25,000 feet is pretty good. That's pretty high. Because I'm getting a angle of attack of 4 degrees, so we are losing a little bit of airspeed, so we're gaining that some of that back. You already can start to see the cirrus clouds coming into view right here. Now that's from the hurricane. That is already from the hurricane. And it's going to get wild. It's going to get very wild. Not like it will be on Tuesday when we'll be doing another one of these missions. Maybe tomorrow night. It just depends on how strong. Yeah, actually tomorrow night would probably be a good night too to doing it. But how do you all like the detail on this? Pretty stinking cool. This plane cost me like about, I think it was like $40 or $50 off of a Sobo Studio. So it's very expensive, rather expensive for a plane. And I can see why. It's a big beast that can do a lot, can fly through these systems. We are getting a southerly wind right now at 20 miles an hour, and you can see the wind in degrees. So 204 degrees magnetic. So that's pretty much due south. -5 degrees. That is pretty dang cold. Really cold. Let's look at chat here. Let's see what you all are saying. Erin is going due north. No, it's actually almost going due west. in the last fixes, it's going almost due west. Oh. Hey, David. Am I your first officer? Yes. You're sitting right next to me right now. And you're look at, you looked at me right on fly, right on cue. Hey, buddy. Look at me again. Look at me again. Come on. Woohoo! Look at me. Come on. You don't want to look at me, but if I look away, are you going to look at me? He's probably like, no, I don't want to look at you. I'm concentrating. You need to be concentrating too. Barometer has fallen just a little bit. Just a little bit. We're going pretty good now at speed, so going at about 475 miles an hour. You know, when you look at these recon missions, though, on a map, on Tropical Tidbits, it really doesn't look that far. But it actually is. It's a long flight just to get there. It's amazing. It really is. So we got to give a big shout out to the Hurricane Hunter people from NOAA. Because boy, oh boy, they put their lives on the line on that. All right, does anyone want any chips? You guys are all crammed back there. Someone's going to be our forecaster. Who wants to be our forecaster? Nate is our co-pilot, so who wants to be the forecaster? Easy. You could be the drop zone person. So you could be the one that deploys the drop zones. So you're like behind me over here. The Wi-Fi password is David S 1435. What's up? Hi there. All right, so Joker could be the forecaster. He's our forecaster, so he's looking at all the data. It's basically where it's at, right in there. We gotta imagine, because there's no actual working monitor. Let's actually take a quick walk in the aircraft here. Yeah, look at, there's the chair. This is where it all happens. Man, this stuff is all, look at this. Look how real this is. Everything in this aircraft is like so freaking realistic. And then here's Easy. Hey, Easy. Just sitting over there. It's not skydive time. I don't think you would want to jump out of an airplane this high. It's -6 degrees. The air is very thin. Yeah, you would not want to be jumping out of this, out of this aircraft. No way. Remain seated with your safety belts on while the light is illuminated. Actually, the lights are off now, so you guys can walk around and do whatever you need to do. Go to the bathroom. But yeah, once we get there, it's not going to be time to sit down. Or it's going to be time to sit down. Sorry, I got my words mixed up there. We are almost halfway there. Almost halfway there to where we need to go. Okay, we're going to line up at 58. 58 west longitude and take it north. How many more minutes to Erin? Well, we took off. What time did we take off? Like 8:45? Something like that. So we've been in the air for only like 23 minutes. So, yeah, we have flown for 165 nautical miles. Or no, wait. Yeah, miles since takeoff. Well, if you calculate it, we're going about 470 miles an hour, so let's see. It should be about another, I would say another 45 minutes or so. Thank you, Logan Rounds, for the $5 donation. I do appreciate that. In the last few frames, Cinder has warmed from -44 to -40 in mere minutes and just now cleared to 14 Celsius. Cinder is currently just clearing out. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's not good. That's not good at all. All right, Recon did find 98 knot winds in the northeastern quadrant. They just found 98 knot winds and a estimated pressure of 974 millibars. So the pressure is falling very quickly, and yes, they did find hurricane force winds on the southwestern quadrant. So there is hurricane force winds surrounding the entire hurricane right now. Here's a look at the data. So, oops. Okay, what happened here? There we go. Thank you, Mark Zion. I do appreciate that. Yep, the eye is clearing out, and we're about to Make nose first. Nose first. Hey, you know who's headed out into this system? I am. So actually, we got another Recon plane on their way out. Unofficially, though. It's not on Tropical Tidbits. This is just in Microsoft Flight Simulator. But we will be there pretty dang soon. So I need to get the coordinates where that estimated center is. So we're looking at 60 west right now, right? 60 west. So it is almost 20. Yeah, so it's going to be over here. So we need to delete this other one, though. There we go. So we're headed this direction. Pressure hasn't dropped. Folks, keep an eye on the air pressure as well. Every 5 minutes, someone get a notebook, write that down. Okay, if anyone has a notebook nearby or a blank piece of paper, put David's mission 1, and then every 5 minutes, take note of the wind direction in degrees, how strong the wind is, what the air pressure is. Thank you so much. How long will it be before we get there into Erin? It's going to be a little while, but you know what? Part of realism is taking off out of Barbados, not floating in, like not starting in a random spot. Tomorrow night, we will probably take off out of Puerto Rico. But we have to make this realistic, you know? We don't want to make it look like it's fake. Like, you could, in theory, spawn anywhere in the world in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, but it's just not realistic. It's cheating. You're basically cheating, and we're basically kind of making an example of what hurricane hunters have to go through before they get there. You know, they have to prep stuff and do a lot. Fortunately, we don't have to do that here. Actually, we'll imagine that we have to. All right, we are lining up to head on 58 degrees west longitude. We're going to be coming in on southeastern quadrant and flying out onto the northwestern side. But look at these cirrus clouds. All right, does anybody have their notebook? All right, I'm going a little bit over, so let's go to about 15 north, magnetic north. There we go. We're doing good now. We're pretty much on that heading. Life with Jen. All right, so if I flew during the night, people, this is what you would see. It would just be pitch black. It would just be dark. You would not be able to see anything. It's like, dude, where's David at? You guys want to see some scenery, right? It's really hard to tell when it's like this. So therefore, I make it daylight. We'll do morning. How about that? As close to realism as we can. Actually, we'll do this. Let's do that. That looks good. So at least it looks... We're only 5 hours ahead of current time over here where I'm flying, so it's not that bad. and it's going to get lighter. We're about halfway there. We're about halfway there. We'll be there in about another 45 minutes or so. Good thing we're getting a tailwind because we're flying quite fast. We're flying at almost 500 miles an hour right now. So we're kicking. We're kicking fast here. Erin's already a category 2. Yes, Erin is really intensifying quickly. I honestly would not be surprised if Erin ends up being like a high echelon category 4 Hurricane with 155 miles an hour. I would not be entirely surprised. If the rapid intensification happens a little faster, which sometimes they typically do, we could get there. We could certainly approach Cat 5 status. Or high-end Cat 4, I meant, like 150, 155. Which is absolutely Tetris. It's a storm. Maybe a 910 millibar system next to the Bahamas. Let me look at the models on the icon. Oh my gosh. This thing gets very deep. Very deep on the icon. Oh, wait. Okay, I was gonna say for a second. Wow. Golly. This thing gets very close. Very close to the eastern seaboard. Man, it's gonna be close as heck. Yeah, I don't trust the icon. 905 millibar system, like, nah, no. Not in my world. Not in my world it's gonna get that deep. .975 millibar in the Eyewall of Erin. Let's take a look. Let's see what the pressure is. Yeah, 975. That's about right. I was estimating it. It looks like the system deviated a little bit more to the west. By the way, thank you for the $2 donation. Man, is this not going to gain latitude anymore? Because boy, if this goes further west, the more west it goes, it is gaining latitude a little bit, but not very fast. Not very fast at all. Okay, pressure's dropping a little bit, 29.86 inches. So it's starting to drop a little bit more. All right, we are over halfway there. We're going to be descending here quite soon. When we get to about, let's see what that is, 17 degrees north, we're going to begin our descent quite soon here. Looks like a wall of death in the distance. Yep, that's the activity. That's the hurricane over there. What's up? Patris Reese, watching from Jamaica. Nice. Boy, I'll tell you, being in Jamaica this year, you've dodged a bullet. We'll see how long that will last. Seems like that southwestern Atlantic has been the fertile ground. All of our named storms have yet to move into the Caribbean. Category 4 incoming. Oh yeah, it's going to be a Category 4 by tomorrow afternoon and evening. Yeah, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be a big storm. Or the Gulf, yes. So it's really been the Western Atlantic, really a hot spot. From St. Lucia, nice. St. Lucia is also dodging a bullet because this thing is strengthening pretty fast. Pretty dang fast. So I just wanted to let you know, once we get into the center, if I don't talk for a while, that is because I'm carefully navigating and marking down where the exact center is. There's not much room for error here. So it's going to be a delicate process. 5 millibar drop in terms of Dovrik is 111 right now. I would not be surprised. Again, I would not be entirely surprised if it is on the cusp. See the advanced Dovrik technique. Oh, it's not. It's only 80 knots, dude. It's only 80 knots. Pressure is down to 976, but it could be generous. Actually, the raw T numbers are 5.9, so it's probably a little lower than that. Would give an estimation that it's probably getting close to a Category 3 already as we speak, with that clearing eye. Oh, there's more convection firing off to the west of the system. Yep, recent frame shows that. It's headed generally west-northwest based on the infrared imagery. The plane does not indicate that yet. It could be wobbling. Usually with intense hurricanes, that's what happens. So I would not be surprised if it's wiggle woggle. Oh, they're going to do another... Okay, they're going to fly in again? Looks like they're going to fly in again. Sweet. All right, I called it. Only 1 millibar off. The pressure in their last fix is 976 millibars. So there has been a drop of 6 millibars in the matter of a few hours. So that's about 1.5 millibar drop in pressure per hour on average. And the system has made a little nudge to the left, just a little bit. And let me Oh, there's thunderstorms. Look at that. We're getting in there. Okay, I need a... Okay, we need to start our descent. We need to start our descent right now. We're going to descend. So we're going to lower. And bring our pitch. Okay, where is our pitch? Oh, there's our pitch. So we want to take it down to about... There. There we go. We're coming in now. Here we go, folks. We're making the turn. We're beginning our descent. We're beginning our descent. We should descend a little bit more. There we go. I'm not going to die in the storm. Don't worry. Look at this. Look at this sunrise. All right, we're going to need to descend a little faster. This is... There we go. We're descending pretty good now. Shoot, I am not going to make it to the fix in time. With my altitude, I should be at least 10,000 feet. We're probably going to come down to about 5,000 though. Yeah, see, it's not snowing. Come on, no. It's not snowing. Doesn't make sense. Pressure is dropping though. Pressure's dropping. It's getting there. Down at 1,010 millibars. Here we go. We'll be there in about... We'll get the center in about 20-ish minutes, but we're going to get that Eyewall quite soon. Got to really keep an eye on these winds, though. Okay, I'm going to have to what they call a teardrop flow. So what we're going to have to do is make a circle. This is what we do if we're too high. I did not descend early enough because I was too busy talking and looking at aircraft recon data. So we're just going to make a circle so we can lose altitude and get down to where we need to be. Yeah, there it is. It's raining over there. It's raining pretty good. So why does it say snow? Because it's cold enough. That's why. Yeah, snow hurricane. Well, evidently, it's raining a little bit. Just a little bit. Don't worry, we're not headed south. We're just looping around so we can get down to our prescribed altitude. Sun's about to come out. Look at that. Look at the lighting. Very beautiful lighting. Okay, we're down to 16,000 feet. Barometer check. 29.85. Check. Strobe lights on. Landing lights on. Getting into position and ready to fly. In to the center. You can see it right here. I'm very curious how low the pressure is going to get. I'm very curious. Supposedly they use satellite data to estimate where the center is. So if the theory is correct, we should be able to get a good flight on this. Okay, why is this not Oh, I can't turn it anymore. Shoot. Okay, so let me make sure. Our turn knob is set to the right heading. Nate? How high do you want me to fly into the system? 5,000 or 10,000? Coming in for 5 or 10? On approach on southeastern quadrant. Nate? Hello, Nate. All right, I don't know what has happened to him. Here we go. Here we go. We're coming in. 10,000. We're going to do a flight of 5,000. Coming in still. Coming in for the descent. There's my loop. Good altitude on that one. All right, we're gonna fly it at 5,000 on approach in southeastern quadrant. Attention all spectators, this is gonna be a rough ride. Hold on tight. Barometer's falling at 2983, right? Okay, I need to find my wipers. I need my wipers. Hold on a second. Cockpit's too dark. Sorry, you guys. I need to get the wipers going so I know where these are. Why did I not look for this at the beginning of the stream? Oh well, we'll run without the wipers. Here we go. Winds are already up to 40 miles an hour. 40 miles an hour. You saw lightning? Yep, well, it's gonna be the normal thing going forward. The barometer is gonna be falling too. All right, flight level climb. There we go. We're at 5,000 feet. Are you guys ready? Thank you for the $2 donation, Logan. Oh, you guys said 47-mile-an-hour winds? Well, that's no surprise. Because we're about to come in now. We're going to make that left traffic turn. Apparently, yeah, we're going to do that. There we go. We have to slow down. Oh, look at the rainbow, you guys. Look at that rainbow. Okay, we're getting winds that are pretty strong now. Almost 60 miles an hour. Get ready for that pressure fall, by the way. Ooh, there was lightning. So we're going a little slower so we can make better maneuvers if we have to. Thank you so much. Glad you like the lightning a lot. Man, it was about an hour. It took about an hour to get here. And you guys have been very brave, hanging with me this whole time, so I appreciate that. But hey, that's part of realism, you know? You don't want to just spawn in the middle of nowhere. It's like cheating. It's like, what's the whole point of Flight Simulator if you can spawn anywhere? You know? Pressure dropping? Yup. Pressure's dropping for sure. Ooh, 48. We're up to 48 miles an hour now with the wind. Probably go a little faster. Actually, we'll go a little bit more. At a little more speed. We'll probably push our throttle to about 80%. Yeah, wow, barometer is falling now. Gotta keep updating my barometer. There it is. There is the outer bands. Man, this wind is really strong. Ooh, there was lightning right over there. Ooh, yeah. Look at that. Storm's not happy. Erin's not happy. Got a nice little break here before the real storm comes in. Now we have a bit of a ways to go. Our barometer has to go down to about, I would say about 980 millibars, maybe 984. It's gonna be delayed by a little bit because that new weather data from the servers have to be ingested in. So it's probably off by a little bit. I don't know though. We'll find out together on how accurate this actually is. But here's a good rainstorm right over here. Look at this coming down. But the winds are strengthening with this hurricane for sure, regardless of what it's like in Flight Simulator now. But this has a very, very well established CDO. It's literally a little baby inner core structure. So small. Our winds are beginning to crank up a little more. Oh, we're up 50. We're up to 50 now. 51, 52, 53. Look at that, 53. Dang, that barometer has really fallen. Have you all been keeping track? Yeah. We're up to 50 so far. 53 is our peak. Let me know in chat if it's a little higher than that, if I missed. Yeah, we're not quite halfway there to the center yet. It's gonna be a while. Probably another 100 miles. But it's only gonna get... The weather's only gonna deteriorate from here. Huh, Nate? Yeah, pressure's coming down fast now. It's starting to come down. Okay, we haven't got anyone saying any more than 53 yet. Oh, it's 54? Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like it so much. Sheest tea. Glad you like it. Yeah, this is amazing. I mean, only if I could get the stinking wipers to work, that would be actually more realistic. I don't know what switch it is. Man, is it raining now? Look at this. It is dumping. It is dumping. Pouring. How can they make it hard to find the wipers in this dang aircraft? There's gotta be a switch somewhere for wipers. Someone sees it, let me know, because I cannot find it. That is upsetting. I thought there was a switch somewhere. Oh wait, maybe down here? Maybe it's down in here, there's a switch. No. I'm not really familiar with this aircraft. Yet I'm flying it. I was able to get the engine started, so that was really helpful. Well, we'll just have to put up... Well, we can't see anything without with the wipers on anyways. It's so cloudy and gloomy. $56, $56, $57, $58, $60. Oh, we're up to 60. We're up to 60 right now. I know, Johnny. Yeah, the Hurricane Hunter aircraft data is going a little ballistic on this. Okay, they got the southeastern quadrant. Yeah, that pressure's coming down quick. Quicker than quick. If we look at Mateo Blue, though, which Microsoft runs off of their database, so let's actually see what the current pressure is on this. Oh, wow. Man, we're not even in the core yet. We're not even close. Things down in 981 millibars. And look how bad it is. Look how bad it already is. Man, it is really raining. Raining pretty good. Thank you, Dusty. Yeah, this is wild. There goes your visibility now. It's really pouring. It's pouring. Golly, here we go. The plane is starting to rock a little bit. Man, this is pretty realistic. This is behaving like it's supposed to. This is really good. I am really impressed by this. I am really impressed by the weather. Really well simulated. We should see an eye if it's very accurate, though. It's a Category 2 hurricane right now. It is just pouring, though. Literally. Yep, 1,005 millibars. It's dropping. It's going to start dropping pretty quickly here. All right. So let's see. Yep, we are falling. We are falling pretty quick. Has anybody been keeping an eye in the last 5 minutes what our barometer was last at? I sure hope you have that notebook. This is awesome. Thank you, David, for providing this. You're welcome. I thought you guys would like this, you know, because honestly, I mean, we are doing it's weather related to the channel. It's a game, but we are flying into a hurricane. Just to testing out the weather engine. And I'll tell you, we got 66 mile-an-hour winds. We got 66. What did we peak at? I think 66, right? Someone let me know. Oh, 1,003 millibars. Okay, I'm gonna need to watch my altitude. Because with the barometer falling, look at this, 2958 inches. Wow, it is falling. All right, so I need to make sure I'm like 4,000 feet, 4,800 feet. So I need to get to a higher altitude a little bit. Because with the lower the pressure, I need to take it up a little bit more to bring me up to that safe level. Okay. There we go. We're almost there. We have another 40 or 50 miles to go before we get into the center. Supposedly 72. We're 73, 74, 74. Hurricane force. We just got hurricane force winds. 75, 75. Man, you could hear it in the airplane. It's going. You could hear it. Boy, this is very realistic. You could hear the thunder as well. Jeez, man, we're low. 999. Turbulence, 85. Oh my. We got 90. I think we just got a 90. We just got a 90. 85. 87, someone said. Wow. This is living up to its reputation. Again, it's not going to be exactly accurate, but it's going to be close. Probably plus or minus 5 or 10, maybe 15 miles an hour. Supposedly the exact center is 980 something. And we're getting very close. So we'll see. Let's get 100. Come on. Let's get up to 100. 83. Oh, there, 90. I think that was a 90. Wow, this is stinking cool. Man, that barometer. East Eyewall, 85 knots. Someone said, okay. Northwest Eyewall, very strong. All right, they found a pressure of 971 millibars. Man, that's falling. 971 millibars. Okay, I don't think this is very accurate, or it's ahead. Okay, because the center might be moving pretty quickly, so. All right, here, oh, I think our winds are tapering down a little bit. Got to keep an eye on the wind direction. Yep, we're losing it. We're losing the winds. Okay, we're gonna kill the speed. So we peaked at 90 miles an hour on the southeastern side. We're going to go out onto the northeastern side. Okay, so the center must be to our southwest. Interesting. 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 That wind shift. Okay, winds are not decreasing really much. Where? Oh, 90, 90. There it is. 90. 90 again. All right. We're going to have to make, we're going to turn. We're going to have to make a sharp turn. The center is just over to our 91. 91. Hey, David, 250 knots? As in what? $93? What? Oh my gosh. 93. Dude, it's a 100-mile-an-hour hurricane based on the NHC. So this is very accurate. Very accurate. Okay, our wind's shifted again. What is up with this? Okay, they need to fix this game a little bit. I'm trying to find the center, is what I'm trying to find. Wow, that thunder. Did you guys hear that? The thunder is really loud. Wow, it is really... It is raining very hard. Where's our center at? Literally, the winds are shifting all over the place. Okay, they're out of the east all of a sudden. This is not this aircraft's good, but man, if they could have the gadgets, if they could have the Garmin 1000 or 2000 on here to show us radar, that would make my life a whole lot easier. Do they have radar actually? That actually works. Okay, so apparently this is the eye. This should be the eye. This should be the eye. There's our map. So we need to get straight into there. I have to use my little tablet to figure that one out. Yeah, this is... Winds have tapered off, so the eye should be in front of us. Okay, we're popping through, I think. Think we're just getting somewhere. It's only 997. There we go. There's the eye. Well, whatever eye there is. Now our winds shift. What the heck? Oh, this game is so... so bogus. I only got down to 995 millibars. Okay, so inside of Microsoft Flight Simulator, the winds are realistic, okay, but they shift because there's tiles that they use. So if you go into a different tile, can't see them, of course, it will just, the wind will shift. It's not smooth. It's not smooth at all. So I'm getting a southerly wind, which means the center's to my west, but when I go over there, I get an easterly wind. It just does not make sense. So I'm trying to look for the center without getting into any rain. Which I'm about to enter anyways already. There we go, 995. That's what we wanted. I'm going to try to go where the NHC center. I'm going to try to fly north regardless of the winds. How did you pull up the radar? It's an EFB, electronic flight bag. And so I'm going to try flying north. See if I can get a lower pressure. Where that center supposedly is from where the NHC indicated it. The winds are accurate, but not as accurate as I was hoping for. As in, there should be a center. There should be not much wind at all. Okay, 995, it's still dropping, so I'm going to wait and see if it drops anymore. Where we are at is the lowest pressure, supposedly. But boy, 995, I thought it was going to be lower. Oh, 102, I got that. I did get 102. This is really upsetting. I do not know where in the heck. Why don't they, like, there should be a parent center where there's no wind. All right, I'm going to play Cheaters Weepers over here. I'm going to end the flight and I'm going to actually see. That was right there. I was right in the middle. I was right in the middle of that. Right where it's supposed to be. Yep, there's the center. Yep, the eye is right in here somewhere. So I'm going to try looking. This is 72. Okay, here it is, 10 knots. Let's see if we can get a little further south. Okay, no, 258. All right, I guess it's going to be this. Yeah, this is what happens when you spawn and cheat. We did get 102, okay, so that was valuable information. No, are you serious? Are you serious? The map literally said that the wind was dead.
David, I was just wondering, what altitude are you flying at?
Hold on. I was flying at 5,000 because that's what hurricane hunters do.
Gotcha.
I just cannot get a 0-mile-an-hour wind. Before their update, I was able to. It would gradually settle down. But it's not accurate. It's just... Yeah, this is not... Well, that's a bug that someone's going to have to report on. All right. Let's look at Recon.
Well, usually not, David, but in these you know, um, hurricane recon missions, usually the hurricane hunters never find a wind whatsoever, just because being at flight levels, so you're more likely 10 through 30 knots when you reach the center compared to, like, if you're on the surface, you may see 0, at the 5,000 you may see 10 to 30 knots.
Testing, testing. Can you guys hear me? Sorry about that. That was weird.
Yeah,
Now I know. Now people can. All right, so that was really upsetting. I mean, flight simulators got to do better than that. Literally, with their data, with their.
Hey, did you hear me prior to the little cutout there?
Yeah. Re-talk. Re-explain.
Okay, yes. So pretty much, basically, at flight levels, center will never truly find a 0 mile an hour. Pretty much up at 5,000, it's to be expected anywhere between 10 to 30 knots compared to 0 through 5 knots at the surface.
Makes sense. Geez, this hurricane's moving a little closer to the islands than what was previously thought. So what do you guys think of that? What do you guys think of that? Yeah, it was disappointing. I agree. But we're going to try again, like on Monday or Tuesday, when the thing is actually truly a beast. Because maybe it's so compact that the system cannot detect a center, like a circulation. So that could be one of the reasons why it wasn't able to track it down. And the pressure, my gosh, as accurate as it sounds, yeah, Microsoft needs to fix that. They need to fix their they definitely need to fix their data, their database. I'll tell you though, I do not understand why the icon believes that 910 to 904 actually exists. I do not know why. So, I wonder what the GFS shows, though. The latest. We'll look at our models very quickly. I'm not going to have a morning upload. I did not sleep good last night after that upload, so I am going to just actually take a night off and sleep in. See what the GFS shows. Yep. It still says yes to the chassis with that system. That is the 5th model run in a row. That is the 5th model run in a row. And yikes. Yeah. Okay. It really likes the fact that system is going to be quite intense. Quite intense. So that is the... That is it. The... And this is going to be a strong system, I believe. For sure. And then there's another one behind it, too. And we're going to need to really watch that. Yeah, we'll be talking about that tomorrow. Man, I don't know how I'm going to combine both systems into a video. Yeah, there it is right there on the icon. So the icon is picking up on it. Let's see if the Canadian picks up on it. Yeah, but it's a lot further to the north. A lot further to the north on that. So, let's see what the artificial intelligence. Oops. Hold on a second. Okay. Yeah, this is the flight that I did. Pretty good at first. I thought it was going to really behave realistically. Yep. Just kidding. That's why I don't play Microsoft Flight Simulator much anymore, because their weather is a little bit... Check out the halves B. It's probably... You probably told me to not check it then, because if you're telling me to check it, then must be a really powerful... Must be a really updated version there. Latest drops on 95 knots. Surface wind northwestern Eyewall, or 90 knots. Wow, that is pretty dang close for Category 3. Is this actually further? This is further south. This is further south, which is not surprising. Let's see how strong the winds actually get at maximum intensity. Let's look at this really quickly. 150 miles an hour. That is believable. That is definitely believable. 151. Wow, dude. And this is, yeah, there's going to be tropical storm force winds on the Bahama Islands. So still pulling a 151 mile an hour system. That is pretty dang intense. That is a very intense hurricane. See what the halves A shows. Yeah, halves A wants a 140. 140, 150. I would not be surprised. Actually, the NHC, I'm going to be up a little bit. I'm waiting for that next outlook to see if they're actually going to put something out here. They're actually going to highlight an outlook off of Africa. I really think they're going to. There is decent, it's been very consistent on the GFS for a while that there is actually going to be development probably in about a week. Oh yeah, look at this. Yep. Goodbye, Erin. Welcome, Fernand. Say goodbye to Erin, folks. Erin's going out this way. We're going to recycle and start another system all over again. But yeah, in 5 days, still, it is still the spread. Still the ensemble model spread with this. I am really surprised that the GEFS ensemble does not want to align itself. Let's see the 12Z. Same time frame. It's faster. It's definitely... Or wait, not faster. It's a little further west on the ensemble, so putting the coast still at an outside risk. Yeah, let's see 18Z in. Yeah, look at this. This is significant. Look at all those ensembles showing pink. Still safely offshore, though. So we're really going to need to wait and see what the NHC does. So we're down at 972 now on the pressure. That's a full 10 millibar drop in just a mission. 10 millibar drop in pressure. So that's fallen. That is falling quick. Which means Erin is still rapidly intensifying. It's a very small CDO, though. Golly. Man, that's blowing up. So it's probably, I would probably even say it's a category 3 at this point. Very compact system. Would not surprise me if it's a 3. If it's a category 3 now, it is going to be a 4. Probably almost by morning. And look at that donut. You can see it here. Look, it's more south. David, did you see that? Go back to the cone. Yeah, I will. Hold on. I didn't even notice it. That's a little bit of a donut right here. Yeah, look at this. Look how this all evolves. Look at that. That is very compact. My goodness. Quite compact. And you know what compact systems do? They rapidly intensify. They're prone to rapid rapid intensification. All right, so you said the cone. Let's look at the cone really quickly. I didn't even notice it. Oh, shoot. Yes, it is further south. Wow. Okay. It is further south. That means this thing did not gain much latitude. A mind of her own. Yeah, pretty much. If we follow the points right here, yeah, the system has not turned back a little to the north. What the heck? What happened to the... Oh. There we go. I lost chat for a second. Yeah, so this is further south. This is going a little further south. And believe it or not, if it continues on this heading, they're going to have to readjust that cone. They're going to have to readjust. And I think that's why the ensembles are the way they are. They're just so... I mean, look how big this cone is. It's all the way from Bermuda to almost pretty much to Cape Hatteras. Yeah, see... Yeah, that is further south than what that cone was calling, that center line. That's why you have the cone of uncertainty still here, because it could jump here or it can jump like this. What website is this? This is Radar Omega. Oh, did they update the cone? Dude, they just updated it. But they did not update the rest of it. That's weird. Let me restart. That's funny. It's just the position only. Wow, they got it right. It's right about here right now. So I'm wondering what that's going to mean going forward. What they're going to be doing to the... So it went from here to about here, because you got to follow that center line. So yeah, it's not turning back to the right. It's not. It's going more due west. Still trying to turn, actually. Looks like it's doing this. Interesting. Okay, our artificial intelligence is mainly done, and it still refuses to spin up anything. Interesting. It has slowed down here, but it has not shifted further to the west. We're just going to have to wait for our European. I'm very curious. Euro is starting to render now. The Euro is starting to render. Everything means business. Yep, look at it. It's further south. It's further south and west. But it's further north here. I don't understand, though. The Euro still thinks this is not even a hurricane for the next 2 days. That is weird. It's not realizing. Honestly, that's why I'm not trusting the Euro right now as far as intensity goes. If more than anything, it's the Icon and GFS that seem to have good handle on intensity. Especially the Icon, which is quite unfortunately coming pretty dang close to the east coast of the US. It's not as close, thank goodness, as it was in the last run, but still, it is close enough. I wouldn't be surprised if that does shift. If that does shift a little bit further west, depending on how this evolves. All right, there we go. Yep, they did a positioning update. They did do a positioning update. Yup, it is moving south of where it should be. I would not be surprised. Let's see the public advisory. Why? Look at, and they're saying it's still moving 290. It's still moving 290 degrees. That doesn't make logical sense. It has to be moving more like 280, if that. I don't think it's still at 100 miles an hour. They're probably waiting for more Recon to get in there. Maybe that last pass. It is 971 millibars. So it has dropped. Recon is done, I think. No, I don't think they're done yet. They have one more pass. Because they have to still do. So they did. Yeah, they did this quadrant. Then they flew here. Then they did this. Then they went out here, and then they did that, and then I think they're going to do one more. And then fly. Okay, maybe they are done. Maybe they are. Or wait, no, yeah, they would do this. And then turn around and go out like that. Something like that. We need another Recon mission in there, though. We need another one. Oh, 4 hours from now? 8 hours. 12 hours. So they're going to do one in 4 hours. At 2 hours. So they're going to do another set of flights into Erin tomorrow as well. Wow. I do not know, though. Yeah, they did not highlight that area. They did not highlight that area. And Nate, why didn't they? Recon mission is finished. All right.
Yeah, the aircraft recon, yeah, I think pretty much done for the night.
Okay. So now on the map, they still have not highlighted this area out here of potential tropical development. I mean, the GFS indicates that there will be. Interesting.
Yeah, definitely. I saw that too. I was a little bit concerned about it. I think it's just because the Euro model and the Euro AI, and I just they're not really picking up on much of a signal there. So I think that's probably why they were. I wouldn't be surprised to see it later today, though.
Makes sense. A couple of people been talking about it. Yeah, Euro is not enthused. Recon is done for now. All right. Yeah. Our chocolate meteorologist is saying Erin isn't coming near us, but I'm watching David and not our local news. Sweet. Yeah, so if you're watching from the islands, it's going to be a close call based on the current track that this is taking right now. So if we look at the model, if you're on any of these islands, that's a close one. You're getting inflow. You're getting these rain bands that are going to bring in sustained winds anywhere between 30 to 40 miles an hour with wind gusts, probably over 60 miles an hour perhaps, or actually 50 at least. So, yeah, your winds are going to be something else with this. Oh, thank you, Johnny Westbrook. Oh, thanks, Johnny. Speaking of Johnny, yeah, did you see the 0Z GFS? Yeah, wants a close call with Louisiana, but that is very far out. Very far out. But it is picking up a system. 4 consecutive model runs. 4 model runs in a row. And that is a major hurricane. This would be a Cat 3 or a Cat 4 if it actually comes to fruition. What's up, Anim Official? How are you doing? By the way, if you all have not subscribed yet, please consider doing so. See how many subs I haven't looked at my sub number in all day. Oh, we're at 206. We hit it. We hit another 100. Thank you, guys. So, since you all are watching, should I cover Erin tomorrow and on Sunday? Or should I start talking about our system off of Africa? What are your guys' thoughts? Because this still is a close call to the North Carolina coast. I just won't do a morning video. So I need a little bit of rest. The system off of Africa, do both. All right, so I'm going to just do both. I just don't know how I'm going to do this, how I'm going to orchestrate it. I'm going to probably have my friend Nate help me with that. Lay everything out, because I want to keep my video under at least 25 or so minutes. So I need to squeeze everything in. Stay with Erin. Yeah, I'm going to keep an eye on model guidance tonight. And if it's necessary, I will talk about Erin again tomorrow afternoon. I probably will regardless, because the surf is going to be bad, which, by the way, Let's take a look here at the surf. North Pacific, North Atlantic. Hold on a second. United States. East Coast. There we go. There we go. So this is a surf that the Euro is picking up on. If we look back at this other run, because this is a morning run, the surf is going to be something else with this. It's going to be pretty bad. These are all loading in, by the way. I mean, regardless if this is a fish storm or not, look at the surf on this. That is a lot of wave energy. That's a lot of wave energy. I mean, 92.6 feet. 92.6 feet expected. Hey, can I unsubscribe and resubscribe? You can if you want. It's up to you. But if you do resubscribe, make sure you turn on the bell icon. But yeah, I love you guys. I'm really glad you guys were able to watch my live stream on the Hurricane Hunter aircraft. I was only expecting like about 100 or 200 people watching, but actually we had a peak of almost 500 watching that. So I was like, man, I'm blessed about that, because I was almost on the edge, like, man, is this, I don't know if this is interesting for people like to watch, like the Hurricane Hunter thing on the flight simulator. And it was interesting to you guys, but not so much to me with its whole data package out. What would you do if I just randomly donated $1,000? Well, I would split the payment up and pay my staff team over here for what it's worth, because, yeah, they are going to be helping me when it comes to live streaming the hurricane season. When we do, or if we do get a landfalling hurricane or tropical cyclone in the United States. So instead of, like, if I'm working or if I'm out of town or if I'm doing something, my friend over here could cover my behind and actually go live for me. My good old friend over here, easy peasy. Like Mr. Beast kind of money. Oh my gosh. If I made as much money as Mr. Beast, I would definitely be giving it to people doing money giveaways and stuff, but I would be keeping most of it as well, because for rent and everything. So maybe one of these days I'll be Mr. Beast on weather. I highly doubt it though, you know. I don't want to be that big. But I'll be big. By the way, really quickly here, look at how big these waves are out here in the North Atlantic. Up to 113 feet, peaking on the wave model. That is just substantial stuff. Okay, let's see what the Euro is showing. Man, I don't like how it shows it very weak. Man, it's not seen anything evidently. I want to see what the Google DeepMind model is showing with that next disturbance coming off of Africa. If it actually is showing, there is actually not a big signal on that system. However, the Weather Next Generation is showing something. European ensemble. Is going a little crazy. So Gabriel, ooh, says this, the halves A. Halves A. That's what I'm looking at right now. Let's see. Probably earlier, yeah. Earlier, and it's, yeah, 155 miles an hour with a wind gust all the way up to 180. Yeah, that's close to Category 5. That is close to Category 5, for sure. Yep, they're done. Darn it, I need another aircraft in there. All right, you guys, I think I'm going to head off. We looked at the models briefly. I don't know about that Icon model. Pretty consistent, and wants an East Coast threat to continue there. You can see it right here. Most definitely some strong winds, really strong winds. All right. Well, anybody, everyone, I'm going to head off for the night. Please be sure to share, like, and subscribe. And I will have a video out tomorrow afternoon, hopefully a little earlier than 3:15. Should hopefully have one out. Probably I'm going to try to go for 2:45 or 2:30 in the afternoon if I can. It's going to be hard, but I'll try to make something work for you all on that. So it's as early as it can be. But otherwise, share, like, subscribe, enable all notifications so you don't miss out any tropical weather updates, discussions, live coverage on things like this. Yeah, love you guys, and I'll be back with you guys tomorrow. Or today for some of you, but tomorrow.